So I was recently brought this 2-cycle Ryobi to fix. The owner, for whatever reason, kept the head attachment and then kept the air filter and the cover. So that's what we're working with. But we're going to replace the carburetor. He said it starts up and it idles fine, but when you try and give it gas, it stalls out, bogs out, and wants to quit working. So most likely it's a carburetor issue. These carburetors, I am 99% sure, are not adjustable. So he doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money, about 20 bucks. I got this kit off of Amazon, links in the description. Comes with a new carburetor, some fuel line, which we'll replace provided this is the correct size. New spark plug, new fuel filter, which we will replace. New gasket, and then we don't need these primer bulbs, so those will just go in my drawer that I've got a part section for a bunch of these. First thing we'll do is very carefully try to pull off these lines. Relieve some of the pressure. Pull off this other one. Simple as that. These, you could probably get another year out of these and be okay. Now that those are off, we'll pull off these two screws. Alright, so now to remove the carburetor, I'm just going to take these two screws off. And you'll see on this side we have the wire that just comes out like that. Pull it off. There we have it. And as you can see, there is no knobs on here at all to adjust this thing. It's a new one compared to the old one. A little bit of a difference here. Pipes are going a different way. I don't think you can rotate these, but that's not a huge deal. And the screw looks to be set to the correct spot. O-rings in place. You can see the gasket that they give you is kind of a universal gasket. So you just want to make sure that the hole is where it's supposed to be, like that. So that hole can go through. Just going to reinstall it. O-ring is seated into the air hat, so that's good. But I'm also going to check the spark arrestor. Sometimes these can get clogged up, especially if they're running too rich of a mixture. So now we have to remove this cover. So this is what we have to get to. Screen looks okay. So we can roll that out, throw all this back together. That's not going to be our problem. It is good to check this though, because as I said, this clogs up with carbon over time. It is a serviceable item that you should look at at least once a year, just to make sure. So we'll throw all this back together and then replace the carburetor. And another thing to look at, camera can't see it too well, but inside of the exhaust port, you just want to make sure that there's no carbon. And as I said, the camera can't really see this, but it is pretty clean in there. Piston skirt looks to be in really good condition, so I think we'll be okay there. All right, so now we're going to pull out these fuel lines. This one will be the easiest to size up, but I'm just going to cut it to size and go from there. So to assist with installing these, I always nip off a little bit of the end there just to make it a little pointy. That allows you to stick it in, get your pair of pliers, just reach in there and grab the end and pull it on through. Just attach that to the proper part. A little bit of slack. So now just to remove this one. And for that I just use a pick. So same thing, cut to size, and then stick it on in. So we'll nip some of the end here. I'll show you guys a different trick. You just bring the line out. Nip off the end. Fuel filter, and slide that on in. Okay, let's cut to the proper size. So now just to cut it off again. Go. Just cut it back in. Now, since we have one, we might as well replace the spark plug. Yeah, it needs to be changed. Not horrible. So I'm just going to verify the gap on the new one. Go from there. Just set the gap on this one. It was a little closed, so I set it to about 26 or 27 thousandths. Okay, let's see if it dumps the fuel correctly. And we're good. So I'm gonna throw the back cover back on and meet you guys outside. So I stuck a end from a Troy belt onto this one. It doesn't really fit the best, but Hopefully it works well enough. I only have it on there for usage as a flywheel. Oftentimes these small engines like this won't run correctly if there's no sort of flywheel or, you know, resistance on the engine as it's running. But let's go ahead and prime it some more. Dead man switch. Runs good. So I wish he had given me the air box and the actual attachment for this so I could fully test it, but I'll give it back to him, let him use it, see how it works for him, but it should work fine. He was saying that he could just get it to start and idle, but this, as soon as he gave it gas, like I said earlier in the video, it would just quit. It does not appear that it's doing that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more.